Hi, everybody. Welcome to Story Station. This is Sandy, and I'm going to read today a story about Spencer and Vincent, the Jellyfish brothers. And if you look right behind me, you will see some pictures of jellyfish on my wall. Well, let's get our bodies ready so we can start reading. Can you make your circles, your letter O's, put them to your eyes, open them nice and wide so you can see all the beautiful illustrations. Do you remember last week we looked like a picture detective to find all the beautiful illustrations? We're going to do that again. Now make your letter C, put them next to your ears and turn them way up so you can hear me and I can hear you with all the excitement you can to share some things you have to say about the story. And last, get your pinchers ready, take them to your throat, open them nice and wide, and I want to hear everything you have to share. So let's finish with our song about the parts of the book to the tune Farmer in the Dell. I hope you can sing it with me. The title's on the front, the title's on the front. Hi-ho, biblio, the title's on the front. Remember, when we open up our book, we have lots of words. The author writes the words, the author writes the words. Hi-ho, biblio, the author writes the words. And the beautiful drawings are made by the illustrator. The illustrator draws, the illustrator draws. Hi-ho, biblio, the illustrator draws. And all of the pages are bound together by the spine. The spine binds the book, the spine binds the book. Hi-ho, biblio, the spine binds the book. Well, I'm so glad to be sharing this book with you because I love jellyfish. I wonder if you think this is going to be a true story, nonfiction, or a pretend story. Fiction. I'm going to make some predictions, some guesses about this story. The jellyfish on the front look pretty happy. I don't think they look like real photographs of jellyfish. I see some funny looking eyes on the starfish and the crab and the seahorse. I'm wondering if this gives me a clue. I wonder if maybe it's a happy story. Maybe something pretend. Where do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be in the air, on land, or maybe one of our favorite places? You're right, it's going to be taking place in the ocean. Let's find out about Spencer and Vincent and the Jellyfish brothers. The author is Tony Johnston, and the illustrator is Emily Dove. And we want to thank Simon & Schuster for allowing us to share this story with you today. They are the publishers. Spencer and Vincent. Spencer and Vincent were brothers. Spencer was a jellyfish. Vincent was also a jellyfish. They lived together in the sea. They were wet and shiny. Their dear mother and father were gone, so they only had each other. I wonder if they don't look like they're feeling sad. They look pretty happy. I wonder if jellyfish swim away from their mothers very early. Spencer and Vincent invented a little song that went like this. My brother, he's sweet, not smelly. I love him from down in my jelly belly. They often regaled each other with this ditty as they bobbled along over the foaming ocean waves. Spencer and Vincent loved each other to the very core of their jelly, as only brothers can. I'm wondering, do all brothers love each other? Do all sisters love each other? I wonder if, making a guess or a prediction, I wonder if they're going to have a problem. Let's find out. What do you think the problem might be? Can you tell by looking closely at this picture what the problem might be? Let's find out. See if you're right. One morning at 8, to be precise, the storm brewed up from a fast place, Patagonia, perhaps. The clouds gloomed over the wet and shiny sea. Waves bloomed up, waves blammed down, and oh golly day, one wave of superior magnitude, that means a really huge, enormous wave, swept poor Vincent away. "Help!" yelled Vincent. "Save me!" screeched Vincent in a frightened voice as the wave of superior magnitude, which was a very big wave, swashed him into the distant distance. Oh no, that wasn't my guess of what was going to happen in the story. That's a big problem. "I'm coming!" yelled Spencer. He tried bravely to speed his way to Vincent, but he was racing slowly, pathetically slowly. How fast can jellyfish speed? Spencer was in essence a floater. Oh no, he was a bobber of seas. He was a blob. He was a lump. In normal times, he could pulse himself along to some degree, but not in these high seas. I know somebody of superior magnitude who can help, Spencer thought. So he bobbed up to somebody who is superior magnitude in the ocean, the whale. I wonder if he's going to help. "Horace," said Spencer, in a most sympathetic way, "please, oh please, can you help me find my brother swept away by the wave of superior magnitude?" Horace, his friend whale, said, "Okay, which way did he go?" "That way," Spencer pointed to his many tentacles excitedly. Horace lunged himself and plunged himself over the wild and salty sea. Ahead of him, he nudged Spencer, ever on the lookout for Vincent, his brother. Boy, I'm wondering if the whale's helping pushing him faster. Along the way, Spencer asked a mermaid he knew, "Have you seen my brother?" "Oh, your brother who's sweet and not smelly?" "Yes, that's my brother. He was washed away by that wave." She's pointing way over there. "Of superior magnitude." Remember, that means very, very big, said the mermaid singingly. All scaly and shimmery, she pointed towards a distant island. "Thanks," Spencer said, and he pushed on, nudged by good Horace, the whale of superior magnitude. "Have you seen my brother?" cried Spencer in desperation to anybody he came upon. A seahorse rose up from the forest kelp. "Have you seen my brother?" asked Spencer. "Oh, your brother who's sweet and not smelly?" "Yep, that brother." "Yes, I saw him," the seahorse neighed, unfurling his tail. He showed the way. Do you think seahorses make that neigh sound just like real horses? I don't know, I've never heard a seahorse. Spencer blobbed on frantically. Have you seen my brother? Spencer kept calling out through the limpid ocean water. A sea star called from an outcropping of rocks. Your brother who's sweet, not smelly? Yes, that brother, said Vincent. Yes, I saw him. And then the sea star clammed up. Where? Spencer shouted, as loud as a jellyfish possibly can. There! The sea star waved his arm towards the beach. Uh-oh. Do you think jellyfish can exist on the beach? I've only seen them in the water. Let's find out. Sure enough, off in the distance bobbled Vincent. He looked very woozy and dizzy and dazed and stunned from the storm. But how grand! He was afloat on the water. He was not stranded on the sand. Spencer was overjoyed to the depth of his jelly, but he didn't go near for fear of being beached. By now, all the ocean creatures Spencer had met and gobs of others were all eager to help and save Vincent. They crowded closer and closer. Suddenly, a passing pelican dove down. Hold fast, I'll scoop him up, he declared. He swooped low, his beak open to slurp Vincent. Uh-oh. He looks pretty happy. Vincent looks really, really sad. Please don't, yelled Spencer, concerned that the pelican might swallow Vincent. Of course, by accident. Eventually, everybody understood the tug of brotherly love, and even the pelican. In mid-dive, he swerved off to somewhere else. Haste was of its essence. Stand back, friends! I'm going to rush in, yelled Spencer, and despite his feat of being washed up the sand, he rushed up as fast as a jellyfish can, and then he thought of a better plan. He remembered their song. He gathered all his jellyfish self together. He blasted with all his jellyfish heart. My brother, he's sweet and not smelly. I love him from down in my jelly belly. That sound perked Vincent up. The sound of his brother's voice. Vincent blinked his eyes. Brother, he whispered, all groggy and limp, I don't think I can make it. Yes, you can, called Spencer inspirationally, looking at all of his friends trying to help. And as one, they all gathered sea folk chorus together. Yes, you can. From Spencer's words, Vincent took heart. With his last spark of verve, he slurped himself feebly towards Spencer. Then Horace smacked his fluke. That's a great big whale's tail of superior magnitude and sent a foaming wave. The wave splashed Vincent up and floated him towards Spencer. And in a tenderness of tentacles, the brothers clasped each other in embrace of superior magnitude. And then, nudged by the good whale Horace, they bobbled upon the foaming ocean waves all the wet way home. I'm wondering, did some of your predictions come true? I thought maybe they would have problems with each other, but it seems to me like Spencer and Vincent really looked out for each other and helped save themselves when Vincent was washed away by that magnificent, huge wave. Well, I'm so glad they stuck together, and Spencer thought of a way how to sing and ask his friends to help him back. I hope you enjoyed our story, Spencer and Vincent, the Jellyfish Brothers. And as you can see behind me again, I love jellyfish. Thanks again for joining us, and I can't wait to see you next time on Words Alive.